Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, Sell Rules, Week 21. I'm sharing my stock journey as I practice and develop my sell rules. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought, nor is it an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm focusing on my sell rules. This needs daily attention and is not a buy and hold strategy. This week I'm recording from Hawaii, and this is my sunset view. Here's the weekly change for each stock, sorted by the gain loss with the losers at the top. We want to focus on the losers and let the winners take care of themselves. CMA is the big loser for the week, so we'll look at that closer later on in this presentation. And the big winner is Tandem and also Funko. I've also created this chart that shows my current gain. So my two smallest performers are CMA and RF, which I've held for 4 weeks, and I'm going to revisit those at the end of this presentation. You can see down at the very bottom, Tandem is my biggest winner with I have a gain of $46,000. My next in line is PetQ with $4,000. Here's my all holdings bar chart, which you can see Tandem is still screaming and really skews the whole chart. So I've taken it out and we can look and see that starting on the left-hand side, I have AGS, which I've just held for 2 weeks, and that one is coming up. AMED has been steady the last 2 weeks, as has ATTU. Not much change there. CMA has been flat the whole time. Funko, you can see it's starting to accelerate. It's above 12,000, which is awesome for 4 weeks. Omnicell is also holding steady for the last 2 weeks, and PetQ is accelerating. The last 3 weeks, it has been gaining every week after holding steady for about 5 weeks. And RF is the same as CMA, just not really doing anything. My benchmark shows after week 21, I now have 160,569 on my investment of 100,000. That's up more than 60%. And the S&P 500 is up just over 9%. So I'm having an awesome run, but you did see on the last slide that Tandem is a huge part of that. I've had a few friends ask me what my portfolio would look like if I didn't have Tandem. So I substituted in a stock that I have in my rollover IRA, Square, which I had all the numbers for because I'm tracking that outside of this experiment. So it was easy to substitute that in and take a look at what the portfolio looks like without Tandem. The benchmark without Tandem with Square instead shows that over the 21 weeks, I would have made a gain of 22.8% against the S&P 9.2%. So still outperforming the S&P, but not as good as having Tandem. Each week I review my charts, and the ones that look good, I just quickly go through, and the ones that need some attention, I take some action. So I'm going to review the good looking charts first. These are some of the things that I look for. This is Tandem, and if you look at the purple arrow, it has a line showing that the stock price is above the 10-day moving average and has been for several weeks. The blue double arrow below it is showing that the 10-day is moving away from the 25-day, which is showing that the price is increasing faster in the 10 days than it has in the last 25 days, and that is a really good thing. The green arrow is pointing to a point where I'm going to say the stock went down and kissed the 10-day moving average. So if you wanted to buy more of the stock, that's a really good point to buy more. It's also could mean that it's going to start falling below. So it's a little iffy. It's no guarantee that it's going to go back up, but it did in this case. And the red arrow is showing where the stock went down and touched the 25-day moving average. It was down there for 3 days, and I looked at selling this stock that week, but I did not, and I'm glad that I held it. Over on the very right-hand side at the top of the screen, you can see that this stock and this 3-month chart has gone up 240%. So when you have a stock that's moving that far up and that fast, it's probably a good thing to let it touch that 25-day and not have as strict sell rules when it touches the 10 and 25-day, that area there. We're going to look at a few more charts that look really good and we don't need to take any action on them. The first is NSP. It's above its 10-day moving average. AGS is also above its 10-day moving average. Funko, again, above its 10-day moving average. And then we get into a couple stocks that are touching their 10-day moving average. So this is PetQ. It's up 42% in 8 weeks. I did raise my cut loss point to 8% below the current price. The current price is 39.16 times 0.92 gives me 8% below is 36.03. And that, if you notice that pink line and the pink number over on the right hand side is the 25-day moving average, 32.38. And that cut below price is pretty close to that. So interesting. I also raised my cut loss on Omnicell. It's up 21% in 8 weeks, and I raised its target, the cut loss point to 63.25. The third stock that I raised the cut loss target is ATTU. It's up 14% in 3.5 weeks, and I raised that's floor to 1920, which is slightly above the 25-day moving average. So if this starts to go down, I might sell it to just lock in that profit that I have. Ahmed is also touching the 10-day moving average. It's up 16% in almost 4 weeks, and I raised that floor to 115.01. There are two stocks that are causing me concern in my portfolio, CMA and RF. And there's two reasons that I am concerned about these. One is the price in comparison to the 25-day moving average, and the other is the relative strength line. The relative strength for CMA is down to 75. It was at 79 when I first purchased it. You can see that on this MarketSmith chart. And RF is at 77. The fidelity chart for RF is showing that this stock did pop down to its 25-day moving average, but closed at the 10-day. So if I was going to hold one of these stocks, I would prefer RF over CMA. But that relative strength is causing me concern because all of my other stocks in this portfolio have a relative strength of 93 or above. And I think that my buying personality, the stocks that I like to hold, really have that momentum and that relative strength higher than in the 70s. So I think I'm going to chalk these two up to mistake buys and consider selling them this week and buying stocks that are more within my personality. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get alerts when I post a new episode.